What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to Black Entertainment. I just want to say thanks once again, you guys, for all tuning in. The gameplay you are watching on screen right now is using the PDW with one of the newer camos, I should say. It's the Ghost camo. If you are unfamiliar on how to unlock this camo, basically if you go and you pre-order Call of Duty Ghost, you will get a little token to unlock this in-game camo. Pretty sweet camo. If you haven't pre-ordered Ghost and you plan on picking it up, you might as well pre-order it. At least you get a camo out of it. But anyways, this is a 70 to 15 gameplay on the map Overflow, so a pretty decent gameplay, and a gameplay I know you guys are definitely going to enjoy. But I want to go over this video is continuing this little series where I talk about the best of / the worst of Call of Duty, starting with Call of Duty 4 all the way up to the newer Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So, I've already done the best perks before, so if you haven't seen that yet, be sure to do so. I believe I posted that like 3-4 videos ago, so after this video is over, definitely head over there and see those top countdowns on that side of the little world of the best perks in the Call of Duty franchise. I've also done worst guns, best guns, worst kill streaks, best kill streaks. So if you haven't seen those yet either, be sure to check those out. If you have watched all those, if you keep continuing to view these videos, thank you a ton, you guys. I really do appreciate it. But to start things off are the worst perks, starting with Call of Duty 4. And once again, you guys, I know we are all not going to have the same agreement with all of these perks. So like always, you guys, comment down below if you have a different idea of the worst perk, or if you do agree with me, definitely comment that down below too. I love to hear you guys' opinion in this little series that we are hosting over here at Black Entertainment. So starting with Call of Duty 4, hands down, easily, probably the worst perk of all time, I'm going to have to go with Eavesdrop. This perk was absolutely pointless. If you are unfamiliar with Eavesdrop, basically, if you are playing against the other team, if you are supposedly, quote-unquote, according to what it says, if you are right next to the enemy opponent, you could hear what they are saying. So maybe if you are playing a little bit of Search and Destroy, and you are near the B-bomb, and you have somebody on the enemy team is like, hey, teammate Roger, I'm next to the B-bomb, I got this one unlocked. Supposedly, Eavesdrop is supposed to allow you to hear the enemy teams, but if they were in private chat of some sort, you would not even be able to hear them. And all in all, the perk really did not work at all, and nobody ever used it. So that's going to have to be the worst perk for Call of Duty 4. And then moving on to Call of Duty World at War, I'm going to have to go with Fireproof. Fireproof was a perk that makes you a little bit more, not very vulnerable to fire is what I should say. And this was also another pointless perk just because of the fact that really the only fire in multiplayer was Molotov cocktails, with nobody used, because that is probably one of the worst equipment ever, which maybe I should do a worst equipment countdown. And also the flamethrower was not very good altogether, and nobody really ever used the flamethrower, so those two things are pretty pointless, and Fireproof was a pointless perk, and there's just a lot of other things that were better to use in that category. And then moving on to MW2, I'm going to have to go with Scrambler. Scrambler sounded like a great idea. Yes, you jam the enemy's radar if they're close to you, but that was the problem. If you are next to an enemy opponent and you have Scrambler equipped and you scramble their radar, they're going to know you are around them. So it's kind of a pointless perk and kind of affected you in a way. So Scrambler wasn't that good of a perk, and that's going to be the worst perk for Modern Warfare 2 in my opinion. And then moving on to Black Ops 1, there's actually quite a bit of good perks in this game, and it was hard to pick out the worst perk, but I'm going to have to go with Warlord. Warlord basically allows you to use 2 attachments on your gun, and this was, I believe, the second perk. Like in the little category, you got the green perks, the orange perks, the blue perks, how it normally breaks down. And in this category, Warlord was pretty damn pointless and something that not a lot of people use. And then moving on to Modern Warfare 3, this was another tough one also, but I'm going to have to go with Overkill from Modern Warfare 3. Basically, that allowed you to carry 2 guns, and this wasn't very necessary, because again, in the Overkill category, if you were not running Specialist bonus, there was a lot of better things to run just besides Overkill, so I felt like it wasn't a very good thing to use. It was pointless. If you got Specialist bonus, you don't get 2 guns to start out with, because you would have to equip that right away. So I believe Overkill was kind of a pointless perk in Modern Warfare 3, or not really pointless, but just a perk that wasn't used very much, and there was just other things that were better in the game. And then moving on to the current Call of Duty Black Ops 2, I'm going to have to go with Awareness. Awareness supposedly makes the enemy steps 4 times louder, according to what Black Ops 2 says it does, but all in all, Awareness doesn't really do shit at all. If you have a headset, you're going to basically hear them the same anyhow. So awareness is going to round it out for the top 7 worst perks, I should say, in the Call of Duty franchise, starting with Call of Duty 4 up until Black Ops 2. So let me know down below if you guys agree with me, disagree with me. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. And if we could get this video to hit 250 likes, that would be absolutely insane, you guys. And like always, I will talk to you in my next video.